Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching Expose. Today, December 25, 2010, 7:34 p.m. in Birmingham, Alabama. And today's topic, this is part 4 of why is there a 30-minute silence in heaven? And this is on earth. This is during the tribulation. You remember there are 3 sets of judgments on earth during that time. The first set of judgments are 7 seals, and something goes with each seal. And then the start of the second set are trumpets. But it says there are 30 minutes of heaven, of silence in heaven, at the beginning of the second set of judgments, which are 7 trumpets. 30 minutes of silence in heaven, and we discussed part of that in part 1. And so let's go on and see. We've got through the trumpets already, and now we're coming up on the bowl judgments. These are the last 7 judgments that earth will experience during the tribulation. Now think about it from the first vial judgments. They were pretty bad. I mean, a lot of bad things happened on earth, and a lot of people died from that. But then the second set of the trumpets progressively got worse as we went along, and each one, I mean, just worse and worse. And prior to that starting, there was 30 minutes of silence in heaven, and that's what we're trying to figure out, why the silence was in heaven. So here we are, the last set of judgments, the 7 bowl judgments. Number 1, the angel poured the bowl that caused all men who had the mark of the beast and those who worshipped him to have sores. These are malignant sores, open sores and wounds all over their body that were extremely painful. And these lasted for a period of 5 months, maybe I think 5.5 months. But just horrible sores that you can't make stop hurting. Okay? Then you have number 2 bowl judgment. The angel poured out into the sea, and everything in the sea died. Now, it didn't say, before it said 1/3 of the sea and 1/3 of the ships. Now, it doesn't mention ships. It just said everything in the sea died. The sea was as a man's blood. Okay, number 3 bowl judgment. The angel poured into the rivers and the fountains. Everything turned into blood. Man spilled blood, so men were forced to drink blood because there was no water. And that's got to be horrible. That's going to be horrible. Number 4 bowl judgment. The angel made the sun hot. Apparently cleared the skies from the meteors or whatever it was that hit Earth and blackened the sky for some time. You know, this is going on over 7 years. Keep that in mind too. So things have time to clear up. But the angels made the sun hot, and the men were scorched as a fire for a period of time, and they still cursed God and had not repented. And this totally blows my mind. Man still would not repent, although their skin has been burned, and they're probably having degree burns as well, you know, first, second, maybe some worse than that. Number 5, bow. The angel made all the land of the beast black. This is where the Antichrist inhabits the land, all the land that he inhabited. No man could see. Okay, it's black. They bit and gnawed at the tongues for pain. They needed the pain because the dark, scared them to death. They needed the pain, so they gnawed their tongues for pain and still repented not and cursed God. It behooves me. Bow number 6. There's one more after this. Bow number 6. The angel poured into the river Euphrates, but this time made it dry up. Okay? So the kings of the east could cross. And at the same time, the unclean spirits on the Antichrist and on Satan's side and the demon side, they were demons. Spirits like frogs, they were demons. And they went out and gathered all the armies of the world to come and battle against God. This time it seems like the people on earth are getting, they're still blaming God for everything, but they want to team up and fight God. This is what it sounds like to me. So the spirits regroup and get all the men on earth and bring them to battle, and they come across Euphrates into a valley called Armageddon or Megiddo. So the 7th bow judgment. And you ready for that one? The 7th bow judgment. I'll just make sure I have enough time here. The angel poured the bow, and heaven opened up, and a great voice said, "It is done." A great voice yelled, and every man and woman on earth heard it and said, "It is done." And Jesus came, and instantly all the armies of the kingdoms of all the world were destroyed, except for the elect's sake. They moved right into the 1,000-year tribulation that the kingdom that Jesus set up to operate and to run, they are now in that kingdom. They will have children during the 1,000-year tribulation, and the children will have to be saved. Now we want to discuss why were the 30 minutes of silence in heaven at the trumpet, and I had mentioned it had progressively gotten worse, and it did. My guess is angels in heaven were so taken back that men did not repent when the first set of judgments were poured out on earth. They couldn't believe it. Men did not repent. Over half of the population died, and then even more than that, when Jesus came back, men did not repent. So the silence in heaven was like, wow, we can't believe this. And they were silent because they knew the next 2 sets of judgments were going to be horrific, horrible. And they couldn't believe that men were willing to do that and accept it. That's my guess is why those 30 minutes of silence in heaven, it's like, I can't believe it. Jody Wolf, exposed.